I'm Adrian, the Cruise and Travel Guy, and I'm on board the newly refreshed Celebrity Solstice. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick rundown and tour of a veranda category stateroom. Like many other ships, the veranda cabins on Celebrity Solstice have an alternating layout. Some feature a bed closer to the front door and others the balcony door. Either way, the wardrobe sits in the same position. A laundry bag, a tote bag, and an umbrella for your use while on board are also included in the cabin. It's relatively compact with a number of shelves and a digital safe. There isn't really a great deal of storage space, but it is ample enough for a couple of people. Aside each of the beds is a small bedside table, and above the bed you'll find additional storage. The bed can of course be split into two singles or put together as seen here. During dry dock, USB-A and USB-C outlets were apparently added to the ship. However, these are non-functional, at least at the moment, and have been covered up with this black plastic. There's a relatively small living room area, but it's still very nice to have, and the television can be moved. There are a number of drawers, although they are a little bit sticky, and another cabinet for storage. There's a minibar as well, and there's a price list in your cabin, which I won't share in this video because these things typically change. The vanity is on the smaller side and contains another shallow drawer. There's two North American style power outlets and one European outlet in this cabin. The balcony is accessed via this sliding door, which moved out of the way very nicely, and the balcony itself is a really fantastic size. You can see just how deep it is. This particular cabin has a forward and aft view that does take in some of the ship's lifeboats. I filmed this to show you the exact view that you'll get. Ignore the tanker sitting next to us during our port call in Singapore. Back into the cabin, you can really get a sense of the size of the space from this angle. We'll now continue on and into the bathroom. The bathroom itself was not touched or updated during the ship's recent dry dock, but it remains a really great size. There's a freestanding shower, and it features a glass sliding door that can be closed and opened in two halves. Shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel are also topped up throughout your cruise. There's actually a decent amount of storage in the bathroom itself as well, with a number of shelves and small drawers. In general, I think for a ship built and launched in 2008, the bathroom is still quite a pleasant place. In terms of amenities, there is a body lotion supplied, as well as a bar of hand soap, which is not exactly my preference. I think liquid hand soap is much more premium. There's also a hairdryer for use on board. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. If you're looking to book your next cruise, you can head to my website, thecruiseandtravelguide.com.au, and give me a follow on Facebook and Instagram at The Cruise and Travel Guide to stay up to date with my travels. I have plenty more coming, so please stay tuned. And if you haven't done so yet, hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with my next installments. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.